is Minnesota. Minneapolis. Highway 35W South. And going to I-94 West.
Came to Vietnam with an unusual proposition. They said, if you hold a contest to kill rats, we'll come back later and give money to the winners.
The only thing that we did there was present the rules, ask them whether they were interested, and show up 3 months later and pay the money.
Paulo Santos is an economist with Monash University in Australia. He teamed up with colleagues in Laos for this experiment. They wanted to pit human ingenuity against the species Rattus rattus, aka the common house rat. It's a pet Rattus rattus having its tummy rubbed. Usually they make very little noise. These clever mammals are the bane of Lao villages, often chewing up 20% of the rice harvest. Put out pesticides and the rats typically figure out that's poison and avoid it. The animals can't resist food traps, but with so many rats in the jungle, a few farmers setting traps doesn't really make a difference.
If I'm the only one putting some effort into rodent control and my neighbors are not, regardless of how good I end up doing that, rats are going to keep popping up.
But what if there was a way to get a whole village hyped up to kill rats at the same time? A rat extermination tournament, really putting a dent in the rodent population. The researchers picked 18 separate villages, most of them home to about 100 people, and said, you can get rid of rats using any technique except for pesticides. Professor Santos said most people used
really simple metallic traps. Let's call them quick neck traps.
To keep score, rat hunters collected receipts in the form of tails. They really piled up by the thousands.
Recording.
The champion got about $45. A nice reward in a place where folks make very little cash and mostly eat whatever they grow. But Santos said in the first wave of contests, they ran into a problem.
Some people were so good at killing so many rats that everyone else in the village figures out that, okay, well, this guy, this woman is so far ahead of us that we're never going to catch up. So they just give up.
After that, the researchers started handing out prizes for second place, $30, and for third place, $15. And that fixed the problem. As for the results, most villages protected, on average, 17,000 pounds of rice, a small mountain of grain that would
ago. Belarus's longtime strongman Alexander Lukashenko wins his sixth term as president in an election that's widely seen as a sham. His primary challenger, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, claims she's the winner, but instead of ascending to the presidency, she's forced into exile. Since then, Tikhanovskaya has assembled a cabinet for her dissident government. Among her ministers is a spy master. That would be Alexander Azarov, a former official for Belarus's Ministry of Interior. We reached out to Azarov in Warsaw, Poland, where a lot of Tikhanovskaya's government in exile is working. Alexander, you started assembling a spy agency with other defectors from Belarus. What's your goal as the spy chief for Svetlana Tikhanovskaya?
Our main goal is to restore law and order in Belarus, because we recognized Lukashenko as a criminal who kept the power illegally. And we got together in Warsaw to fight against the regime of Lukashenko.
So is your goal to overturn the government of Lukashenko?
Yes, exactly.
In November in Belarus, at least 350 people were arrested for political reasons, likely for opposing the Lukashenko regime. What has it been like recruiting sources there?
We have a Telegram bot, and we invited people to join us via this Telegram bot to join our plan. And nowadays we know that about 200,000 people joined us. And we can send messages via this bot to people to call us via Telegram, and we can communicate with them via Telegram.
So you said 200,000 people have responded. How do you then go about vetting them and getting you to help you out?
We ask people about their profession, about their places of living, about opportunities, what they want to do, and we can give them a special task. For example, we started a railway war at the beginning of the Russian-Ukraine war.
You said a railway war.
Yes, we started this war against the Russian troops. We used our members inside of Belarus. They certified special equipment. We are going to start new sabotage actions when Russian troops and maybe Belarusian troops go to Ukraine again from the territory of Belarus.
How do you know whether the people who are responding to you on Telegram are legitimate or whether they're actually working for Lukashenko's KGB or supporters of Lukashenko?
We have a database stolen by cyber partisans from the Ministry of Interior of Belarus, and we can check everyone from Belarus. We can compare their photo in their passports, for example, with their faces, and we can check everyone who work for security forces or not.
Have any of the people you've recruited been found out or exposed?
Yes, some of our members were arrested and they were put in prisons and got very high prison terms for their fight against Russian troops.
How many people we're talking about?
Some dozens people.
What kinds of things are you having your recruits do? You mentioned the attacks on the railway. What other things?
We have our plan how to change the regime of Lukashenko, and we work with people inside of the country to prepare our plan. It's a secret plan. It's like preparing for the last day when all Belarusians go to the street to change the regime.
So you're referring to a plan that's